Hello paddlers, welcome back to my channel, as you love to hear me say. Well, I know I mentioned earlier, I did like a little survey, do you want me to make a video showing you all my gear and stuff like that, which I intend to do. But I thought I'm going to do that kind of at the last minute, so to speak. So that when I do pack it all into the dry bags, I don't have to take everything out again, for storage for another month or whatever. I'd rather pack it into the dry bags a week or two before I'm actually going. You get it. So I'll be making that video a little bit later. But in the meantime, I thought you may be interested in having a look at where I'm going, the route I'm planning on taking, and a quick look at what I'm planning on doing basically, and parking and things like that. Anyway, without any further ado, as they say, let's take a look. Okay then, right, you've got the United Kingdom, Britain here. Right, this ends England, this ends Scotland, okay? Just in case you was unfamiliar with where I live. Right, you see Glasgow up here. Loch Lomond is situated just above Glasgow. Just here. Right, now, we'll start at the beginning. My plan, we'll call it Plan A. I've looked into this as much as I possibly can. And I can't find anything that's wrong with what I'm about to show you. You see, the plan is this car park here. Let's take a closer look. You see, my plan is basically to park there in that car park. Park there because you are right next to the entrance at the beginning of Loch Lomond. So that would be absolutely perfect for me. Now I've been online searching every bit of information about Loch Lomond I can find, and I've also looked all over here, literally wandered around looking for signs saying no overnight parking and things like that, you get me, and I can't find anything. But what I did find, if we just back out of this for a second, because it's on a different angle and it's easy for me to just jump in. If I jump back in there and turn round, you'll see here people have actually parked up to launch the boats. So it is somewhere where people launch the boats from. Now whether you're allowed to park, I've checked all these signs, whether you're allowed to park overnight, I don't know. There's nothing. I can't find anything online. If you happen to live near there, or please tell me, because I've rang places up, I've checked. There's just over here, this Sea Life place here. I've tried ringing them. Well, I'll rephrase that. I got through. I rang them, but they didn't know. But I can't find anything. People have said you can park there, but you're too far away from the loch. It's too far for dragging all my gear, you see. This car park here would be absolutely perfect. Park there, straight in. So that's what I'm planning on doing. When I get there, there might be a giant sign saying no overnight parking, and we'll come on to that in a minute. But yeah, so this is where I'm planning on parking and starting from. Now, after the long journey, getting there, I think it's about, I'm having to, you see, it used to take me about 9 hours, but that was in an articulated lorry. So I'm guessing, let's say 6 hours, because I'm including a bit of traffic. If you plan the route on Google Maps, it says 5 hours, but I'm adding an extra hour for traffic. So let's say 6 hours there, to get there. And remember, I want to get there about 5, 6 o'clock in the morning so that it's quiet. And then at the start of the loch here that you're looking at, I intend to paddle out for this first trip shall we say, to this island here. Now I think, yeah, if I plonk myself, do that again, use that little man, plonk him on there. There, this is the island I intend to paddle out to, right, and spend the first night. Now I intend to spend the first night way up there in the corner, but I'll show you that in a minute. But no, this is the first island I intend to spend the first night at. I would have started, what is it, 4 miles away, maybe 5 miles. It's quite a paddle after you've been driving for 6 hours. And that's why I thought I'll get to this first island, spend the day there, spend the night there, then I'll be fully refreshed for the rest of the journey. But yeah, so I mean, remember, this is a big loch. It's about 25 miles long and 5 miles across in certain areas. It's not a small loch. So I'll just show you my first camping spot, because as it happens, it's this island here, as I said, but as it happens, you can actually plonk that little Google man on there. Now, this is where I tend to stop for my first night, not on the gravel, up on the grass up there. Right? Like I said, this is plan A. This is everything I'm planning. Whether it all pans out, I don't know. I could get there and it could be 1,000 tents. You don't know. Could be flooded. But this is why I'm planning on spending my first day, right? Get my boat up here, relax, spend the day, chill out, spend the night, and then set off. Right, set off that way. Okay, right, now for the second day, what I intend to do here is just do a little bit of island hopping. Zigzagging these islands, having a look around these islands, not necessarily getting out the boat, but paddling round. I may get out the boat, you know what I mean? I may get out, stretch my legs, have some lunch, you know what I mean? But I intend to zigzag these islands, have a look round, you get me? And head here to Inch. I apologise to every Scotsman. I apologise to Scotland because I'm going to pronounce this wrong. Inchconical. This is where the Wallabies is. Let me double check that. Inchconical. No, this one is where the Wallabies is. Yeah, this one's where the Wallabies is. I'll tell you more about the Wallabies when I'm there. You get me? It was this eccentric lady. She brought some. She was into exotic animals. She'd brought some of her, and she was like the fastest granny. She was voted the fastest granny ever. She drove a speedboat on Lake Windermere. I think she did about 150 mile an hour or something on Lake Windermere, but she was a bit of an eccentric, rich old dame. And when I say dame, I don't mean that as an insult. I think she was like a lady, like lords and ladies. She was a dame. But anyway, yeah, so day 2, I intend to zigzag some of these islands, and I don't know if we'll get a good view from here. No, we won't on that one. There is a point, you know, when you should mark things down. There you go. These islands, I intend zigzagging them, basically. I'd have started from over there. Zigzagging round some of these islands, just, you can see how big the place is. You get right. This is not a rush. This might take me 8 hours, take me all day. Just relaxing, just paddling round, hoping that the weather's like that. Be nice if it was like that, dead calm and sunny and warm. That would be nice. But no, so I intend to zigzag around some of these islands and stuff. And this is sort of like a nice little camping area here. However, there's a property there, and as much as I've looked, I believe there's no like camping restrictions on any of these islands, but this does look more private, this patch, so maybe it'd be a different area. But yeah, so I intend to sort of like zigzag some of these islands, right, and literally just have a look around, right, because it's so beautiful. I want to get some footage, and you get the plan, you get the gist, right? So that's my second night, right? So we're pushing on now. Now this is where I haven't made complete decision here. There's an area, I wonder if I can find it. Is it there? There's an area I looked at, which is definitely not here. Right, it's like a sandy beach area, and it does look extremely like a really nice spot to. Is this it? No. This would be a nice little spot to spend the day, but yeah, there's like a sandy beach area I found, which I would see as I'm paddling up. But yeah, basically after that second night, do a push, which would be about another 10 mile. I mean, I'd have already clocked up about 25 zigzagging them islands. But do another push, right, about another 10 miles to roughly this area here, right, where I did, if I can zoom it, there it is, I did find a spot. Come on, go into focus, thank you. Well, I thought this would, who the hell are you? Get out the road. I thought this would be a nice place to camp. You know what I mean? For like me last night. Well, not my last night, me third night. Because we're right up near the end. That's only another couple of miles or so. And then on the turnaround, we'll go a little bit higher up before the actual turnaround, shall we say. Then just a little bit higher up to this boat area here. Bloody catching. Right, go away. Come back. Zoom out. We're lost. Zoom in. To there. There we go. Yeah, and that's like the end of the loch. It does keep going, so to speak, because it bursts into a river, and I think it goes on about another 10 miles. Right, but this is like the end of the loch area here. Right, so I'd have been camping just around that bend basically. So another few miles, couple of miles or so. Right, and get to this end here. Right, which looks extremely beautiful. I won't be spending the night here, right, because like I said, it's only a couple more miles, a few more miles since. And then it's a case of spin round, right, and this will be like the 4th day, I believe. Right, hope you're counting. Right, and start heading back. Right, now there is a little island here. Now, I have no idea. You see, you can't get the little man on it to have a look. I've no idea if you could actually camp on that, if there's anywhere to actually get on it to camp. But I did think if you can, that would be a nice little place, right, to hit either on the way up or on the way back. But that's beside the point. Right, we're heading back down now. The plan is to head back on this side. Right, because there's, for me 4th night, shall we say, where is it? Is that it? It could be it. One of these areas. Right, there. It could even be down there. It's hard to tell on it. You see, I've actually got a Loch Lomond book. Right. And it's more detailed than Google. You can actually see areas better, you get me? But yeah, we're basically heading back now anyway, so I'm not particularly bothered about where I stop. It'll be a case of paddle till I'm tired, then I'll stop somewhere. But what I do want to do, right, on the way back again, right, all the way back, right, to Inchconical, where the wallabies are. You see, what I plan to do, right, on the night I spend there, is I have a trail cam, and I intend to hide it in the woods, right? Take a GPS bearing so I don't lose it, right? And then pick it up a couple of days later, right, when I'm heading back. And maybe, right, assuming it's still there, maybe it might have picked up some wallabies. Because just wandering about during the day, you're not going to see them. People, I've noticed on some YouTube videos, people have actually spent the night there, and they've gone out on a night and then they've spotted them sort of like at dusk time. So there's always a chance. But I thought about hiding my trail cam and then picking it up on the way back again, you see. But yeah, so on the way back again, it's simply a case of having a look round again. Because there's just so many, come into focus, so many different areas you could stop, right? Thousands, right? And it's just such a beautiful place. Hey. Don't know where he is, but there's his kayak. He's probably in there somewhere. Yeah, it's just such a beautiful place, you know. And there's so many different areas to stop. So anyway, and then of course you're heading back, spend another night, whatever, and then back to the car. I'm not going to bore you with that. Now that's like plan A. Now, if I get to that car park and there is no overnight parking, then it's a case of just go for a drive. Right, there's plenty of lay bars and pull-ins and things like that. Right, there's quite a few further up the loch, but I really wanted to do it from south to north and back again type thing. But there is plenty of different areas. I'll just have a look round, just have a drive round. I'll find somewhat. I mean, even if it means I end up, because there is, if I can find it, an actual, I think it's a bit further up. There's an actual car park, where you can park your vehicle up, and there you go. You can literally park your car up somewhere up there and come all the way down and just launch. But you're sort of like 3/4 of the way up the loch at this point. But it's not, there's options. It might not be plan A, but there's options. Doesn't that look beautiful? That snow-capped mountain. So there are options. And like saying options, there's also something else I thought of. If that don't pan out, I was thinking of coming over here, right, to this loch. Because I was watching a gentleman on YouTube paddle round here, and once again, I haven't been round this end, so I don't know, but there was like a car park area right along here somewhere, and he literally parked up and went for a paddle. Right, so I thought, if not, I could come up to this area here, this loch, launch round here somewhere, and literally you've got miles and miles you could paddle. You could literally go out into the open sea there, look. But yeah, so that's also an option, right? But the main plan is to park in that car park there, do that route I've just showed you, right? And if that don't pan out, just have a little drive round the loch and see if I can actually find a parking space like there is just here. A little parking space. Whoa, that's wrong. Let's zoom in a bit more. Is that it? There was a little parking space round here. Yeah, but I'm going to assume with the double yellow lines, it's going to be no overnight parking around. But the thing is, right, there's options. You get me? There's options. So It's a hit or miss type thing. If everything pans out and plan A, I'll be as happy as hell. If I get to that car park and there's no parking restrictions and I'm allowed to park there as long as I bloody like, it'll be a case of getting my boat set up, get on the water, and I'm off for the week. Alright, however, if there are parking restrictions, we'll just have to figure something out. You know what I mean? It's not the end of the world. We'll just figure something out. Go find somewhere. And if push did come to shove, alright, there's always that other loch, alright, or even if I couldn't get there for some strange reason, I'd start heading back and stop at Lake Windermere or something. It wouldn't be a complete waste of time driving all the way up there. I'd make sure of that. I'm not driving all the way to Scotland and not get a paddle in. Alright. Might even end up at Loch Ness. Alright, go see Nessie. Anyway, paddlers, I just thought I'd share this. Alright. Whether you're interested in what I've just showed you, I don't know. Right, a lot of you might have chunged out and thought, so what? Fair enough. But maybe one or two of you found it interesting. Anyway then, paddlers, I'm going to leave it there and simply say hope you enjoyed the video, and I will be doing that video about my gear, what gear I'm taking, how to pack it, and things like that. Okay then, we'll catch you later. Cheers.